Hello!
Hello!
Welcome to GameSpot's live stream of Call of Duty 4, the remaster of Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
We're just going to be playing the single player today. That's all that's available currently. In fact, we have early access right now. Like, this isn't publicly available yet. We're able to play a couple days early just because we're lucky. So we're going to play the single player. But just to start out, the way that you play this is actually a little bit complicated. So if you digitally purchase the game, if you digitally purchase Infinite Warfare, the next Call of Duty that comes out November 4th, you will gain early access to the remaster. But you have to actually purchase the game. You have to purchase the Digital Deluxe, Legacy Pro, or Digital Legacy versions of the downloadable full Infinite Warfare game. Like, you can't even, this doesn't even come with a pre-order. It comes with like a pre-purchase. So if you give Activision money, they will then allow you to download and play the remaster a month early.
That's insane to me.
It's a little odd. And then a month from now, if you actually buy the game on disc, if you walk into a brick and mortar store and you buy a physical copy of the game, you will then be able to play the downloaded version of Modern Warfare only if you have the disc in the system at the time. Like, the game will not run, the remaster will not run unless you have Infinite Warfare in your system. Which is a little bit crazy because the game is an independent. Like, we just spent all morning downloading 40 gigs of the remaster, which is a pretty impressively large file. So I'm excited to see how this looks. I mean, a big part of this playthrough is just going to be kind of judging and getting a sense of what the remaster actually looks like in action. As far as I know, there have been no content changes. It's all about remastered visuals, remastered sound, maintaining the same weapons and movement and everything that kind of made the campaign what it is. So that's a big part of what we're playing through today. But yeah, kind of, it's the purchasing structure is a little bit weird. I guess maybe you're just supposed to think of it as, you know, an incentive, as a bonus for buying the game. It's not really its own product. It's purely just, you know, something extra for people who buy the next upcoming game. But I'm not sure. I mean, I think that's how Activision sees it. I'm not convinced that that's how fans see it, though.
I feel like that's a slap to the people who did this remaster, because I'm looking at it. It looks really good.
It looks really good.
It looks really, really good.
Also, there's Price. Like, at the time, we had no idea he was going to be around for so long and become like this big, huge part of the franchise. This is so cool. I kind of forgot that he's like the first guy.
I'm a Call of Duty Modern Warfare story lover. Like, I like the story of Modern Warfare.
Also, Jean-Luc is playing. This is Jean-Luc Psyche. I'm Scott Butterworth. We should have introduced ourselves at the top.
Probably.
But that's not important. We're not important. What's important is the Call of Duty remaster.
Exactly.
Modern Warfare remaster. So hopefully that whole big explanation of how you can actually play this makes sense. So yeah, if you're really interested in playing this game early, go ahead and pre-purchase any of those digital versions that I mentioned at the top. If you want to wait for a box copy of Infinite Warfare, you can do that as well. I'm going to kill the sleeping... Oh!
Not only that, I'm going to blow him up.
Man, no honor.
Yeah, alright, I've already lost myself.
That is one of the sort of the problems with the way that this campaign is structured. Like, it's very forward-moving. So if you stop paying attention, it's kind of like, oh, I'm lost in the level for a minute. But yeah, you still have the marker down there at the bottom. Yeah. You're 102, 100.
Forgive me, I haven't played this game in
you and everyone else. Yeah, it's been, so yeah, the game originally came out, so Modern Warfare came out November 2007, so they're actually a year ahead of their 10-year anniversary. I feel like this almost would have made more sense next year.
There was another game that also was like a year ahead. That was interesting.
I think BioShock, right?
Yes, BioShock. The BioShock collection
was a year ahead of the 10-year anniversary of the original BioShock. I'm fairly certain.
Yes, it was.
Are you sure BioShock was 2006?
It was BioShock was 2007.
All right, so yeah, they're a year early. Who knows, man? The 9-year anniversary.
Dude, 2007 was such a good year.
Oh, it really was. Because that was also the year of, I want to say Halo 3. Halo 3.
And Rock Band 1.
Oh, Rock Band.
2007.
Before there was Rocket League, there was Rock Band. That was like back when I worked at old magazines. Man, like every day after work, I'd be like, all right, guys, Rock Band room, let's do it. Yes, let's see. I'm keeping an eye on chat, by the way. So if you are in our Twitch chat, or if you are watching on our site or on YouTube, I will be trying to keep an eye on the chat. There are a lot of you, though, so chat's moving pretty quickly. But I'm going to try to keep up. I'm going to try to answer your questions as we go.
Clear right. Clear left.
I'm checking the corners.
Hallway. Clear. Move up. Stairs. Clear.
Yeah, we should. Oh yeah, do you have the game audio in the headset?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this game, like the campaign. A lot of the ideas that have now become almost cliche in shooters were really established by Modern Warfare. Like this idea of your radio buddy compelling you through each level, and just like the energy and the momentum of the campaign, the way that it's all structured, a lot of that was established by Modern Warfare. So it's really cool to go back and kind of see where a lot of this started. And also, like, I love that this game switched protagonists so many times, then had all these different characters to focus on, and it allowed them to do crazy things like nuke one of their main characters. Like, to me, the most memorable moment from this campaign.
Well, and not only that, I think a lot of the things that you look at now that Call of Duty does, sort of like these big moments and killing its characters, and it all feels sort of like a little expected.
Yeah.
Back when this came out, that was all new.
Yeah, it was kind of mind blowing. Like the structure of, like, it's very set piece driven. There's all kinds of chaos. There's all kinds of like just little moments like that throughout the campaign to break up the moment to moment shooting. There's just like little unexpected things, and then obviously the bigger moments like the nuke, or even like really memorable entire missions. Like late in the game, we were talking about this before we started streaming, the all gillied up mission, which, by the way, is a terrible name. I didn't know the name of that mission until we looked it up before the stream. But if you remember playing as Captain Price, the sniper mission that happens late in the game it's called all gillied up. But there's so many missions like that it's like this very distinct take on the gameplay. Like, it's like you sneaking through a level, having to take one shot and make your way out. Like, at the time, that was really weird for shooters. The fact that it wasn't just like, here's a bunch of guys in a room, go kill them. There's plenty of that as well, but the fact that there were so many missions that broke away from that was, again, at the time, just crazy and super memorable.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, I can understand why so many people were excited about this remaster. I think possibly more excited about this than they are about Infinite Warfare, to be completely honest.
This kind of makes me wonder if that's why they're doing it the way they are, Activision is, because they want to incentivize people to... They know people want this maybe more than the other one, so they want to use it as a way to get people to buy the other one?
Oh, totally. No, they're totally incentivizing people to buy Infinite Warfare, which, I mean, yeah, of course they are. I mean, there's nothing necessarily wrong with that. I mean, again, if you're just looking at this as a pre-order bonus, then it makes sense. I mean, it is kind of a shame that it's not just its own independent product, but I wouldn't be shocked. Nice. Crotch shot. That's why you don't come charging around cover, guys. Ooh, that guy went flying. This looks awesome, by the way. I'm going to circle back to our conversation, but this looks so great. Like, I love the particle effects. I love, like, the smoke effects coming off the gun as you fire.
The water. Look at the water on the
water on the barrel. Like, the reflections look really good.
This looks like a modern video game.
It really looks like it could have come out, like, a year or two ago as opposed to 9 years ago. Like, so Raven Software, who's been a long-time contributor to the franchise, has done a lot of work.
I know someone who works there.
Oh, really? Yeah, they have been doing stuff for Call of Duty, like, on the side for a very long time. So they're not Treyarch, you know, they're not Infinity Ward, but they have been there working on this franchise for a very long time, and they have clearly done a really excellent job with this. I'll also say the sound effects sound super punchy. Like, the guns all sound really good. Right in the ass.
Yep.
That's not how you want to die. That is the least dignified death. This is where things get really gnarly. Oh, this game is so good.
Can I play, was it Uncharted? A friend of mine was watching me, and he noticed that I always shot people in the crotch. And he's like, dude, why do you keep shooting people in the crotch? I didn't even realize I was doing it, so apparently I have, like, an instinctiveness.
Why do you hate crotches, Sean?
You know what? It causes the most pain.
That's pretty sadistic, man. Pretty messed up. Looks like we're learning a lot about you on the stream today. Things we never wanted to know. To circle back, like I said I was going to, I would honestly be shocked if this wasn't available as an independent download at some point. I mean, we've received no indication that that's ever going to happen, but, like, come on, just it just makes sense. When the remaster launches, it's actually only going to have 10 of the 16 total multiplayer maps. Oh, I forgot about this. They're going to add the remaining 6 as free DLC before the end of the year. So clearly they want people to hang on to their copies of Infinite Warfare so they can continue to play the remaster and play the new maps as they come. But once the year is out, once all the maps are available, I would be pretty shocked if the game as a whole, the remaster that is, wasn't available as a separate purchase, as a standalone product. Who knows? I mean, again, we've received no indication, but, you know, fingers crossed, it just kind of makes sense. So.
I have a question. Do you think lifespan, the multiplayer mode for this will last longer or have more people playing than...
Ooh, I think there's going to be a lot of people. Well, I mean, especially early on, people are going to be really curious to go back and relive that experience and relive the very early. Because I mean, again, just like the single player established a lot of tropes that became commonplace and standard really for shooters, multiplayer did the exact same thing, right? Like it was really the first shooter that I can remember that introduced like leveling and XP and ranking and all of those ideas into multiplayer. I remember that being really revolutionary, like wanting to rank up, wanting to gain XP by playing multiplayer. I mean, prior to that, we had stuff like, you know, Counter-Strike or Quake or Tribes or things that were just, you know, you get into an arena, you shoot a bunch of people, they die, you play again. There was no real progression to it, even if there were customization unlocks. Oh, you made it. I didn't think you were going to make it. Oh.
That's still awesome.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I was nervous for a second.
That's still such a great opening level.
What a great metaphor, too, like Bryce hauling you into the chopper. The ship sinking in the background, which actually does look pretty good, by the way.
That looks good. Like the water looks good.
It doesn't look quite as good as the moment-to-moment gameplay, but like a dated cutscene is pretty hard to update, and that looked pretty good.
I'm sure that...
Good job, by the way. You actually played through that pretty well.
I'm sure that Infinite Warfare will still probably look better, just because it is a modern game that's built from the ground up. But I mean, this looks really good. But for me, it's like the multiplayer. It is going to be, you know, Modern Warfare multiplayer, so it'll be more simplistic. People have nostalgia for that simplicity, for those original maps. I think initially, obviously, more people will be playing Infinite Warfare just because more people will have it, the size of it. But if this eventually does become, you know, available to download, I'm kind of curious if in the long run, I could see this having a steady stream of people playing it for a longer period of time. And like maybe Infinite Warfare will have more of a drop off.
Yeah, potentially. It will certainly be interesting to see. I mean, something to keep an eye on. But I imagine both. I mean, to be honest, I'm somewhat excited about Infinite Warfare. I mean, I know that we get a new Call of Duty every year, and people are kind of down on the franchise for being an annualized series. But I don't know, space battles, space dogfighting. I'm intrigued. If nothing else, I want to play it. I want to give it a shot.
Oh man, this mission. Right.
I have a feeling we're going to be saying that a lot. There's going to be a lot of like, this mission.
There's so many moments. Yeah, so this you're playing the president who's just been like basically like deposed of his status.
Well, what's cool is like this is, from what I remember, a lot of this level it's like a car ride and you can just look around, and this is like the opening credit sequence in a way. Like I think this is when like produced by and all that stuff pops up as well. So what a cool way to handle your intro, right? I mean, instead of just having like a static screen of like names, doing it this very cinematic way of allowing you to like look around and experience the world while you're getting you get exposition in the process of the game being introduced.
Dang, this looks so good.
This does look a lot. I mean, what's funny is I feel like we remember games looking better than they actually looked at the time. But this holds up to my memory, which is saying a lot, given that we tend to remember.
Oh, I can just tell this car already has way more detail than would have been possible.
Yes, look at the back of the seat. Look at like the weathering on the seats, like the light glinting off of the bullet hanging from the rearview mirror.
Yeah,
little on the nose there, guys driving the car. Couldn't have gone for just like the pine tree air freshener. I had to go for the straight up.
Hey man, they gotta let you know.
The unequivocally.
Do you think that bullet actually is
when you really
air
need people
freshener,
to know you're evil?
Do you think the
man,
bullet,
wouldn't that be great?
It's like gunpowder.
Where can I go?
The smell of gunpowder.
I'm gonna go to Cabela's later today and find the bullet air freshener.
Oh no.
That guy's dead. A lot of dead people. We are playing on PS4, by the way. If anybody's curious, we're currently playing on PlayStation 4. Yep. Although, obviously, this is coming to Xbox One as well.
And
PC. So don't feel left out. We just happen to get codes for PlayStation 4, so that's what we're playing. Somebody in the chat said, I'm Scottish. Good for that guy.
Scotland's better.
Someone also said Call of Ass, which I believe is a totally separate franchise.
That's
unrelated.
Well, no. That would the porno be Call of Ass or Ass of Duty? Although listen, I don't know, I wouldn't want to.
Beyond my area of expertise, Sean. We are outside of my wheelhouse here.
That's a little filthy.
We'll be sure to do a whole porn parody stream sometime in the future. That's got to be a thing, right?
What?
Porn parody games.
I mean, there's not a game, but there is a Overwatch porn parody that just came out.
Oh God, the internet.
By the way,
worst.
Porn parody pun names is a lost art. I just want to say that. I'm not going to get into it, but
Because anything's better than all gillied up. The dumbest mission there.
Oh, they could just call it all gillied up, and it's a guy in a ghillie suit. All right, we're gonna stop.
Yeah, we've gone down a weird
this conversation
pathway.
right here. Anyway, military coups. They're
yeah, that was
bad.
another thing. This was like such a topical game at the time. I mean, I remember there was a lot of people were actually concerned about the switch from Call of Duty's roots as a World War II franchise to focusing on modern, ripped from the headlines military stories. That was an unusual thing. That was an unusual move for a franchise to so drastically rebrand itself.
I definitely remember some people being a little angry at this game because it definitely has its own political message, to say. Like, there's definitely... It doesn't get too heavy-handed, but I could see some people, like, it definitely has a statement to say about America and maybe, like, the way America handles foreign affairs and at times.
I mean, if nothing else, it's interesting and appreciated that they bother to broach topics that are at least topical and timely.
Yeah, I feel like they did a somewhat decent job at it, honestly, for like a video game. Like, I'm not saying it's like amazing or anything, but
I feel like Call of Duty's gotten a little more like raw America over the years, but this one I think was a little more raw and a little more just kind of, it just had its own story to tell. It didn't feel preachy. It was just...
This one, 2 especially, 2 gets really cynical at times. Remember, too, the villain is an American general.
Oh, that's right! And then you have to, like, stab him at the end, and there's the helicopter scene. Yeah, I remember all that.
And 2 just has there's an entire level of 2 that's just a reverse version of The Rock.
Oh, this is super gnarly, by the way. I always thought this was crazy. It's like, nothing bad's gonna happen here. So yeah, you're playing as the character who gets shot in the face, and it's just there as a story moment. It's just there to, like, unsettle you as a player, which is so gnarly. Like, that's such a cool thing to do in a game. Like, you have this whole, like, semi-unplayable mission where it culminates in you being executed. Like, a gun being pointed in your face, first person as a character, as a player. Like, that's nuts, man.
And then, of course, now we're just like, whatever.
Nikolai, sir.
This happened before.
Nikolai
It's
is our
fine.
informant in the ultra-nationalist camp.
I think for me, like, the peak of that
He supplied the intel
was
on the cargo ship operation.
Modern Warfare 2. Not the no Russian scene. The scene where you're the astronaut in space who gets when
Nikolai's
Price
in hell right now.
spoiler
We're gonna
Price
walk him
launches
out.
an EMP that like
We take care
takes
of our
out all of
friends.
like
Let's move.
America is like just everything, but it the shockwave like destroys a satellite that like an astronaut's working on, and he gets like,
Oh,
sent
yeah,
into
yeah,
space. And that was the moment where I'm like, all right,
The
we've reached
loyalists are
peak.
expecting us hard click to the north.
Also,
Peak
soap!
everything.
We've reached soap.
Loyalists
Who's
are-
around
are those the good
forever?
Russians or the bad Russians?
Soap,
Well,
best
Soap and
mohawk
Price.
in gaming.
Yeah, well, that's good enough.
Yeah, you don't see it though until 2,
Oh, that's a good point.
because the 2's when you're playing as other people.
So I see people asking, are you giving out codes? No, we do not have codes to give out. I'm sorry. You can join us in marveling at the updated graphics and enjoy Jean-Luc's deft playthrough here
Oh, don't say that.
on PS4. He will never die. He's such an excellent player that we will... there's no way anything bad will
hate
happen
you.
while he's
I hate
playing.
you.
He's going to
I hate
be
you.
just flawless and amazing. I mean, I heard him say before we started, he's the world's greatest Call of Duty
Don't
player.
stop. Later, we're gonna do the what is it? What's the end level? With the airplane.
Oh, I don't know the name of the mission.
What? But
I mean, the one where you get nuked? I think we will make it that far in the stream.
No.
That's,
There's one
I
where you
think,
have to
within
like
the first
save
hour.
the president on an airplane at the end, and there is a brutally hard achievement. It's infamous, called Mile High Club, where you have to do it on the hardest difficulty, and I believe you have like a minute. You can do a
Fun.
minute to do it, and it's insanely hard.
What difficulty are we on here, just so
We're
people
on
know?
normal. We're
This is
just
on normal?
playing on good old normal.
Yeah, probably a smart move for a stream, because watching
I-
people die repeatedly, not really
I
fun
beat
on a
this
stream.
game on the hardest difficulty, which I forget what it's called. I think it's
Oh,
Veteran. It's called
See?
Veteran.
Best Call of Duty player in the world. You hear this, guys?
No, it wasn't fun though. Is what I was gonna say. Well, that. Okay, sure, that works.
I
Why
feel
not?
like shooters on the highest level kind of become a puzzle game almost, because you really have to fight for every inch
It's
and
not
preserve
a
every
fun
bullet.
puzzle game though.
Oh, no, it's
real,
kinda
'cause
tedious.
The issue with this game is this game has like enemy closets where unless you move up to certain points in the game to trigger things, enemies will just infinitely be coming out at you. So you're hunkered down on the hardest difficulty where one bullet will kill you, and you're watching like dudes, like 40 dudes, infinitely come out of this closet. That's just not possible.
Yeah.
And it's just really frustrating, actually, at certain points. I
The
don't
early
think
Modern
it's
Warfare
fun.
games were
Like-
definitely guilty of, like, the infinite spawn bad guys.
Like, I did it, I beat it, and it was like, definitely a point of pride, I guess.
You
But
smell that?
man, it wasn't fun.
camera
I didn't have fun doing it. You know, whatever. I was in high school. I had free time.
I see a few people chiming in by the way. So if you're just joining us,
Welcome to the
this guy is
Remastered.
welcoming us to the wilderness.
Oh, this dude.
So we're yeah. Yeah, so we're playing the Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remaster. It is actually not available for another couple days. It will be publicly available on October 5th. The time depends on your region. The way you can play it is if you digitally pre-purchase Infinite Warfare, which comes out November 4th. And I do mean pre-purchase, not pre-order. You do actually have to give them money, and then at that point you'll be able to download and play the remaster immediately October 5th. Prior to Infinite Warfare launching next month. You can also buy Infinite Warfare on disc, but if you buy the on-disc version, you have to have the disc in your system in order to play Modern Warfare Remaster. So keep all of that in mind. It really seems to be intended as a just pre-order bonus, as something to reward players for buying the next game as opposed to being its own standalone product. So if you want to play the game, you have to purchase Infinite Warfare currently. That's the only way to get it, just so you know.
To your sniper rifle.
But it is looking pretty nice.
Alright, now you get to see me suck it.
Nah, you're gonna be great. You're totally not gonna blow it.
Infantry to the northwest.
Hey, you got him. Nice. I don't know why the guy on the left seemed to go down for no real reason, but it worked out. Everything worked out. Things are blowing up. That was the other thing that was always so impressive about this campaign. It is just, like, the word is so overused, but cinematic,
There we
right?
go.
There's just stuff happening around you at all times. There's things blowing up. There's a ton of characters on stage rushing at you. It's just, like, almost overwhelming. I remember feeling overwhelming at the time.
Didn't say there'd be helicopters coming around.
And it's an idea that's been borrowed by a lot of shooters since then. Like the idea of making the battlefield feel alive, feel like there's chaos happening around you, feel like you're participating in something bigger than just like one man versus the world.
But they have a bit of both of that too. I think they have those big moments where you're in the middle of the war and you feel like you're just a dude, kind of in this huge battle. But then they have moments like the All Gillied Up where it's like, oh, I'm like a special ops doing some tactical shit.
Yeah, definitely mission variety was another big thing about this game that was so great. And a lesson that I actually wish more shooters would learn. I feel like there are a lot of shooters where you are kind of just traveling down a series of corridors, and there's very little to break that up. Or attempts to break that up just don't really land. But again, this game seems to do that very well. Like every mission, I think we're going to start the mission and go, oh yeah, this mission. There's so much of that. I realize we're heaping a lot of praise on Modern Warfare, but honestly, like, man, this game is great. I'm very excited that it's back. I'm very excited to play the remaster.
You Modern Warfare 1 or 2? Which one do you think's better? Because I feel like people are pretty split on that one.
Yeah, hey, people in the comments, weigh in. Modern Warfare 1, Modern Warfare 2.
I'm curious.
I think we can all agree that the top game is probably not Modern Warfare 3. Like, it's a fine game, but I would say 1 or 2 would probably be top of the list.
Where Call of Duty finally, I just was like, all right, I think I'm done.
To be honest, I think my favorite of the like modern era of Call of Duties is actually the original Black Ops. I love the original Black Ops.
When I hear people say which is the peak of Call of Duty, either it's Modern Warfare 2, or Black Ops, I think is what people.
I think I'd have to say I'm a Black Ops fan. Curious to see
Ops,
other people weigh in.
I think maybe 2, honestly. I think Modern Warfare 2 was the one I played the most.
Seeing a lot of votes for both 1 and 2, actually.
Grenade launcher. Did I hit that guy?
Yeah, it's like dead split. People are like 1 and 2 down the line. No Black Ops fans with me? Come on.
Told you, man. Modern Warfare 1 and 2, like, it's funny how split those are.
I'm seeing a lot of people saying Modern Warfare 2 for multiplayer, which I would actually agree with. I think it made some really smart adjustments. Also, to me, 2 had more memorable maps. Or at least maybe I just played more Modern Warfare 2.
I definitely played more multiplayer for 2.
Yeah.
For me, though, it's like the whole package, like the campaign.
Dude, somebody said Ghosts is the best. Man, I don't remember Ghosts at all.
I'm
pretty
pretty
sure
people consider Ghost to be one of the worst. So that guy's just trolling you.
That guy might just be trolling. Maybe he loves it though. Listen,
or he genuinely loves Ghost.
you
in
love
which
what you
case,
love, man.
You know, man, good for you.
Do you?
Good for you, man. All right, where is everything? You good?
Yeah, you're not killing enough people. Oh, there you go.
I remember one issues with these particular levels.
Dude, RPG. You gotta pick up the RPG.
Yeah, but like,
Do it. Do it for the
no
stream.
Ammo. There's no ammo.
Blow things. Oh, is there really? There are no rockets?
There's one rocket,
Oh.
and I just fired it. So
Okay.
we're screwed.
Yep. Okay. Well,
All right, let me
fine.
get my gun back.
All right. All right.
There we go. Like, I'm not gonna give up. Like, look at these. I got the sniper with like 84. I'm not giving that up.
Yeah. No. You shouldn't. You shouldn't. But come on. Who's gonna pass up an RPG?
Where did everyone go? I am.
You're supposed to provide sniper support. Blah blah blah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There
over
they
here,
are.
Over here. We're good.
Yeah, let's all huddle together and snipe from the same point. Boop.
Ooh, can't snipe that.
Well, you could. You're not
Well,
gonna get very far.
You know what would have worked? A rocket launcher.
I know, man. You had that one rocket. You could have used it.
What if you can blow up that tank? Come on.
You got this. You got this, man. I believe in you. There you
There
go.
we go.
That guy didn't need his legs.
Definitely a little lenient. I feel like one shot just kind of takes him down. Which, granted, I mean, you get shot with any sniper bullet, I feel like you're down. Even if you're not dead, you're down.
I saw one person vote for Titanfall. It's like Modern Warfare 1, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops. One guy, Titanfall. It's like, well.
No. I'm sorry. Titanfall's lack of a campaign is
Well, it's also not a Call of Duty game. I don't think it qualifies for the best Call of Duty vote. I will say I actually got to play a lot of Titanfall recently. Titanfall 2, the campaign's shaping up pretty well. I really enjoyed what I played. There's a lot of unexpected stuff.
I'm excited for
There are whole sections that are basically like, kind of like Mirror's Edge, just for a minute of like, hey, here's this really tricky parkour section. Can you wall jump 3 times in succession and not fall down a chasm? Go. Like, it's actually using the pilot skills in a new and interesting way. And then, of course, you get to like smash stuff with mechs. So, you know, Titanfall 2 was pretty good. I wish we knew a little bit more about Infinite Warfare. I feel like they actually haven't been super forthcoming with, like, I haven't personally seen a demo of that game. I don't know if anybody on staff has seen that game really recently. I mean, it's out in a month, I think exactly a month
I
from
feel like
tomorrow.
Call of Duty typically doesn't show that much, though.
Yeah, I guess they don't really need to.
They have, like, here's our single-player moment, here's our multiplayer reveal, and then the game comes out, and it's like, that's all they need.
Kind of, yeah.
Where's his house? The house!
Loud
The
noises.
northeast end of the village! Well, that wasn't so hard, was it? Now go and sit in the corner. So, guys, we've got to reach that house before anything happens to the informant. Let's go.
That was one thing is these scripted moments always, like, if you're not standing in the right spot, the guys just, like, start pushing you out of the way. You're like, do it.
Yeah, it can definitely get a little awkward. Which is kind of the risk with scripted moments like that, obviously. If you start to ignore what the game tells you to do, things get real weird sometimes.
Totally.
What's going on? Somebody's in here yelling about Battlefield, which is fair. Battlefield 1 looks good.
I'm excited. Like, I consider myself a reasonable man. I've never been one of those, like, Call of Duty versus Battlefield people, in the sense that I feel like one has to be awful and one has to be good because they're so different. You can have your preference, for sure. But
I see one person repeatedly saying Pokemon is the best Call of Duty game, which is a very interesting theory. I would be curious to hear more. I would read that man's blog post.
Call of Duty's the best. What? Okay.
Don't think about it too hard.
I will not. I'll give it as much time as it deserves, which is none. What's in here?
Shoot the watermelon.
Yeah, exploded.
Explodable
I
fruit.
think watermelon would explode quite that way.
Yeah, that looked great, man. Remastered watermelon. That's.
Oh, they spent a lot of time on it. They had one guy.
He was the fruit guy.
He was the fruit guy.
Find all the fruit. Make it look good. Oh, come on, he was surrendering.
I know, but come on, man.
Or cowering. I don't know that he was surrendering necessarily, but.
Nope, that's my
You
guy.
stay in the building.
I'm never sure.
Yeah, actually, I did that quite a few times playing through this the very first time. I remember shooting squad mates pretty consistently.
They give you a little leniency, though. I think you can
Yeah.
kill them and then you lose the mission, like if you shoot Price or something like that.
Guys, go around to the back and cover power. So, get ready.
Turn on subtitles. Ooh, good call. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's usually, I always try and like think of that ahead of time. Nope, there we go.
Now they don't have to listen to us. They can just mute us. You do miss out on the gun sound effects, though, which are crisp and punchy.
Guys,
Sound very good. I would guess, actually, that they probably used some of the audio from more recent Call of Duty games and put it back into this one. I would suspect...
I wonder about that. Yeah,
I would
that's a good
suspect they
question.
didn't like record entirely new audio just for the remaster, but they've come such a long way and have created so many Call of Duties since this one came out. I feel like it would make a lot of sense for them to kind of reuse existing assets that are now better than what they had available at the time, and to put that into this game. Man, that guy had no idea you were there.
Yeah.
Oh, night vision's fun.
I remember there's a one mission in particular where everyone's just got.
Is that your guy in the window, or okay? I think you shoot the doors. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. There's one mission in particular. You turn it on, and there's just like laser sights everywhere, and I remember being like, "Whoa, that looks really rad." Ooh, enemy intel. Boop.
That'll be the rest of the stream. Just collecting intel. That's all we're gonna do.
Did I get every achievement for Modern Warfare? I'm trying to think if I did. Because if I beat the game on Veteran, I must have gotten everything. I can't think of what I would have missed because they didn't have any multiplayer achievements.
Oh,
Which was something
don't die.
I always respected about Call of Duty was they never put in multiplayer achievements, which like Halo was like terrible about that. I tried to get every achievement in Halo 3, and there were a couple that were impossible because you had to just wait for it to show up in the rotation in matchmaking, and it would just never show up, or it would show up, and then you wouldn't get it, and you'd be like, now I have to wait again. And, you know, you could play all day and only have it pop up once, and that was just so horrible.
Someone's saying we missed a scripted knife kill by Price, which I don't. Was there?
There probably is. There's a lot of stuff that's easy to miss if you're not paying attention.
And I guess that's actually kind of a daring design choice in a way as well, to include stuff that players may or may not actually see just to have it happen anyway. It's kind of cool to like not force players' perspective, not to like remove their control and direct the camera towards a scripted moment, just to have it happen. It's really cool.
A really interesting thing is like game designers trying to find that balance to allow players to see that stuff, but not. Like, how do you let them see that stuff without taking away from them?
Yeah.
That's something Valve like spends a lot of time talking about. If you've ever listened to
The Americans already attacked Al-Asad.
No, they're invading begins in a few hours. Why?
They play this game. They talk about specifically like how, because at no point in that game they ever take away camera control from you.
Right.
But it's like, how do we get you to see this thing? And they use all these like audio and visual tricks to do it. I find that stuff fascinating.
You almost have to have like a psychological perspective on it at that point. Like, how can we? What are players going to be thinking at this point?
Right now we're U.S. Paul Jackson. Starts with Paul Jackson.
The doomed Paul Jackson.
Oh, poor Paul Jackson.
Little does he know. This is gonna be your one and only Call of Duty game, Paul. Make the most of it.
I mean, the only Call of Duty. The only reoccurring characters Call of Duty's ever had was Price, so
Spotters have a possible fix on Al-Asad in a building at the west end of this town. We're gonna secure the perimeter and grab Al-Asad. Hoorah!
Alex Mason?
Yeah, Alex Mason. I was gonna say like Mason. Yeah, those are. Oh, and then
the numbers. What do they mean?
And then the one guy, the other guy from Black Ops.
Shoreline coming into view.
Oh, Reznov? The kind of bad guy?
There's Reznov. There's Reznov.
Oh, Woods. Yeah. Like his
right,
Mason's mentor.
Because Reznov is a character in World at War, and his World at War and Black Ops take place in the same universe.
Yeah. But spoilers, by the way, guys. We are like spoiling every Call of Duty that's ever happened. Sorry.
By the way, I think World at War is underrated.
You can be shooting stuff out of a helicopter here, man.
Oh, you can, yes.
Yeah. Blow things up. Sorry, which one's underrated?
World at War. This is the one that came out right after Modern Warfare, and it was back to World War II. A lot of people hated it. I think that game is underrated. It's a totally interesting game.
I think that Treyarch really found their footing. Like, I think World at War needed to happen for them to make Black Ops.
No, I agree. Black Ops is better, but I think World at War's not as bad as I remember a lot of people were claiming it was.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, this game was a pretty hard act to follow. Like, how do you make a game that follows Modern Warfare, like regarded as one of the greatest shooters of all time?
You can actually play World at War on backwards compatibility. It was just made available last week.
Nice pro tip. Thank you, Jean-Luc.
I saw a thing about that, and I was like, ooh, do I want to play that? Like, no, because I'd have to buy it, and yeah, I'm so busy, but that's cool. Yeah, you can go play that.
I'm gonna get the door. Do it.
So many big charges.
Breaching!
Go!
Clear!
Yeah, not to repeat ourselves completely, but this still looks like remarkably good. Whoop. Really glad you're on normal because you would have been dead.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Oh, where's that
Whoa,
guy?
where did that guy come from? Oh, on the ground.
Wow, did he get you with his sidearm? Jeez. You ruined their lunch, man.
I mean, unless they're eating bullets for breakfast.
Somebody in the comments is on your side. Ross Cuth says, I love World at War. So he's with you, Jean-Luc.
Yeah, World at
You
War's
got one
good.
supporter.
Ooh, I want
And
a
Nowhere
pistol
Man,
or-
apparently.
I'm gonna grab this shotgun. Whoop! Come on, check. There's intel here. There is. I knew it.
I know. Also, I know I was giving you a hard time earlier, Jean-Luc, about how you're such an excellent Call of Duty player. But seriously, trying to like pay attention and have a conversation while playing a game is actually way harder than it looks.
It really is.
So good job doing as well as you're doing. I say as you almost die.
It's fine.
Be hilarious and ironic. Yeah, this shotgun, from what I remember, has much better range than you'd expect. So I think you're good.
We need a positive ID on Al-Asad. Negative ID over here, sir. No sign of Al-Asad.
And again, in
here,
case you're
sir.
just joining us, we are still playing
Doc.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare
Don't have Al-Asad.
Remastered, which is available on Wednesday. The time depends on your region, but it's only available to those who pre-purchase Infinite Warfare, which is actually out next month, November 4th. So digitally purchase a copy of the game, and you'll be able to play the remaster in a couple days. Or, you know, keep your fingers crossed that Activision changes its mind about how they're releasing this and hope that they put it out as a standalone product someday, which, who the hell knows? Maybe.
I can't imagine it won't. That would be insane.
Yeah, they haven't announced any plans, though.
I know
so
they haven't,
at
but like
least
they have.
if you want to play the remaster in 2016, there's a good chance you're going to have to buy Infinite Warfare. Someone just pointed out you have a 420 ammo count. Sick, bruh.
I noticed that. Didn't want to say it. Didn't want to bring it up. I was like, nope, not gonna do it.
We've had some fun tangents on this show so far. Porn parodies, weed jokes. This is great. We're gonna get fired.
Man, it's like high school all over again. It's like I'm playing Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Welcome to 2007.
All
everyone.
the themes. We actually did this on purpose.
We need Mountain Dew and Doritos.
You're not that old. How old were you when this game came out, man? You're younger than I am.
So 2007, I was a freshman in high school.
Okay,
So
that's the time to be like really into Call of Duty for sure.
Let's go!
I don't remember exactly.
I think I was a
Where is
freshman in
it, your
college, which is same deal.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact age, but it would have been like 15, 14, something like that.
Look at the chat.
Which seems young, but even then, I was like, you know, being 14, I'm still like, see, there I died.
Womp,
Oh, and then you
womp.
get, but here, I died on purpose because I want to get some of those sweet
Right.
quotes. Did they stop doing that?
Incoming fire
in Call
has
of
the
Duty?
right of
Do
way.
they still do that?
I don't think so. But that, yeah, I think Modern Warfare 1 and 2 both did it though, from what I
So
remember.
the ones that are unknown,
Quotes about war.
I always
Look at that
thought,
sick bike.
I always wonder with the quotes that are unknown if that's just like one of the devs saying something that they thought sounded cool, and they're like, well, we can't just quote ourselves. We'll just say it was an unknown source.
That is possible? Well, probably not.
Jeez, whoosh, man.
You got to get out of this alleyway.
this-
You are in a murder alley right now.
Yeah, this is bad.
Oh, incoming grenade. Run. There you go. You're good. Okay. Hang out here for a minute. Nice. Please just go knife everyone else in the rest of this level. That's the nice thing about normal. You can kind of get away with the run and knife tactics. That guy had lots of rockets on his back. That was unnecessary.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah. Chat. What's chat doing?
Enemy troops in the open!
People still, yeah, talking about Modern Warfare 3. Game. I saw earlier people were saying that they should remaster Modern Warfare 2, which I imagine could totally happen. I mean, there's no reason it couldn't.
I'd be okay with that.
I would suspect that it depends on the success of this promotion, like how well received this remaster is, and if it does seem to encourage people to buy Infinite Warfare. If it succeeds, I see no reason why they wouldn't do the same thing next year or in a couple years for Modern Warfare 2.
Totally.
Clearly, remasters are here to stay. It's something that's become a staple of the industry at this point.
A little off tangent, but related. Do you think they'll do a Halo 3 remaster next year? Because they've been doing every 10 anniversary for Halo 1 and 2. They did it. Do you think they'll do it for 3?
I mean, listen, you just noticed a really interesting pattern. I wouldn't be totally surprised. Although that was a 360 game, so it's entirely possible that will just be
Yeah, but
available
that game
to play like backwards
Man.
compatible, right? So maybe it will. I don't know.
That game at the time though, because it was an early 360 game, like by the end of that cycle, I mean both Reach and Halo 4 looked so much better. Like it wasn't even. It was like insane that they were on the same system. How much better those looked. So yeah, I would like to see a 3 remastered version.
I remember 3 looking really good at the time.
3's my favorite. No, 3 looked good at the time, but actually, so came out at the same time as this game, and I remember Modern Warfare visually was like the best game at the time. Okay, I can't really like see this.
I think you gotta make a break for it. Yeah,
Maybe I could like
infiltrate some of those buildings. By the way, in case you're joining us and you missed it, we are currently playing on PS4, normal difficulty. Just so you know, no particular
Damn it.
platform preference.
Fucked
Nice
that up.
grenade.
That guy's fine. He's fine.
Oh, he's
fine.
totally. He got right back up.
He's fine.
No big. Just walk that grenade right off.
There we go.
That guy's not fine. Oh, nice, because that guy was totally gonna launch a rocket at you. These environments look great. I love the depth and detail. That AI was not real smart though.
No.
He just came walking right at you. I was gonna say no particular platform preference. We just happen to get access on PS4, so that's what we're playing. We're playing it a couple days early. If you pre-purchase Infinite Warfare, you can play in a couple days. At least a single player. Let's see what's going on with chat. People are really enjoying the Danny O'Dwyer emote on Twitch.
We have a Danny O'Dwyer emote?
We do. We have like his little like cartoon
Take
Fallout,
that down.
Fallout
Tay,
head.
get rid of that emote. He doesn't work here anymore.
But he'll live on in our hearts.
Or just like add wings to it or something.
Now doing his own thing is No Clip. If you're on Twitch, you can go find Danny's channel. Doing cool stuff on his own.
Yeah, he was Are we allowed to pimp? Can I pimp Danny?
I wouldn't do too much, but you know, give him a shout out. Shout out to Danny O'Dwyer.
He was playing a VR game where he was like shooting Nazis on the Vive, and it was really funny. It was a good video.
People do love shooting Nazis. We've done it a lot in many video games.
It was a fun little video. I enjoyed it.
Grenade. Oh, that guy's running the wrong way. How big is the download size? Good question. It was just under 40 gigs.
Whoa.
So like a pretty sizable. I mean, clearly they must have done something with the remaster because that is a much larger file than I would have expected. So yeah, just the remaster, no Infinite Warfare included, was 40 gigs. Basically. Just shy of 40 gigs.
Oh hey. Okay, I think I'm good.
You're running away from the objective,
Well,
but also I
there's
guess
a
from the
grenade.
grenade as well.
There's a
Fair enough. I noticed as you were running, like, oh wait, there's your grenade.
Can I go here? Nope.
Don't think so.
Where do I?
Can't jump. Can't open doors.
This way? No.
Shoot and run.
Can you hop over? Nope.
I think you have to go around.
I remember always occasionally
That
getting
way,
confused.
and then to
Maybe
the
this
right.
way? Yeah, okay,
Yep.
yeah. Here we go. So I was going the right way.
Yeah, this
Right, you
once
go to the TV station.
and
I
it's
remember the TV
infinitely
station.
spawning enemies. So just
This-
make your way through as quick as you can
Yes,
because they never stop.
This is the one,
It's annoying.
in particular, on Veteran that I wanted to die.
Yeah, it sucks. Just get through
Well, I
the
didn't
room
want to die in the game, but I
as
wanted to
quickly
die
as you can.
in real
Right,
life.
in real
'cause It was just so terrible.
Don't we all, Jean-Luc?
It's just a sweet release of death.
We're well on our way. You know. Start dying the moment you're born, guys.
Let's see here.
Yeah, so it's gonna be like a build. Yeah. Just run and gun, man.
It's just, there's a one room in particular, I remember.
Yeah, when it opens up into like the main like
Yeah.
editorial pit,
Totally.
and there's like just a bunch of desks in a big circular room.
Yes.
Awful. Not a fan. But at least our misery will look good and sound good. Good nade. That's gonna get a couple guys.
Hope so.
Winged a couple guys.
I'm a little
We
further.
got one here
now.
on the end. Boom. Oh, that was nice.
Okay. Yeah, this room.
There's servers are gonna get so messed up.
This room right here.
Yeah, just make
Dudes
it
will
out.
infinitely come
so you're
out.
50 meters from the, and I think you can just go through the door. I don't think anybody has to open the door
This
for
door
you.
right here, I would just have to camp here for
No.
like 20, 30 minutes. Awful.
Thankfully, we are not currently playing veteran.
And yeah, you just have to like book it to this room.
There's a guy
and be
behind
like,
you.
Well, you'd have to book it to a room like this, pray you don't get shot, bunker down here, and then you'd have to just keep doing that. And it was, oh man, it was not fun.
Yeah, you notice how as soon as you cross the threshold of that last door, suddenly people were spawning into the room. That's as much as I love this game, and as much as I will, you know, compliment it over and over. There are certain things that are dated, and this room, this area isn't one of them. Throwback! Oh, the throwback icon. Ah, too late.
Nah, I messed up.
Womp womp.
Who we gonna get? Who we gonna get?
Oh, that rocket was nice. The post-death rocket. Yeah, someone in the comments agrees. This is the worst mission on veteran. You were absolutely right.
Let's get in here.
Do you have any flashbangs? You do have flashbangs. This would be an awesome place for flashbangs. Again, someone in the comments recommending flashbangs. Good call.
I'm trying to remember how you switch.
You probably don't put down a claymore. Don't think that would help.
That.
I think that was a regular frag. Is it the directional pad?
I was trying now.
I honestly don't remember either.
I don't recall.
That's okay. Just don't die as much. You'll be fine. Whoa, guy. The shattering glass. There's something so satisfying about shooting someone like through cover.
Totally.
I'm just gonna keep asking you questions to make you talk to me while you're concentrating on this really difficult
That
area.
is fine. Good practice.
No, I'm gonna try to respond. Let's
Do
see
you
what
remember
people
how
are talking
Modern
about in
Warfare
chat.
2, the death quotes got really weird and cynical?
Like, well, it was kind of a dark game, man.
No, well, going back to the whole like kind of being cynical about America, like I remember like Modern Warfare 2 had like Dick Cheney quotes. Like that's the level they were at.
That sounds weird.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm like reading chat while we're. You try not to die. I'll read chat.
Teamwork.
Mostly people being mean. Stop being mean, guy.
About me dying.
Why you gotta be like that? It's mostly about you dying.
Let's go to here.
Listen, guys, it happens. Why we have respawn.
I also haven't played a Call of Duty game in years.
Yeah.
I think the last one I played was.
Oh.
Nope, that was Ramirez.
That was your guy.
It's
You
okay.
may have killed him.
It's fine.
If it's in a constellation, I'm pretty confident this is the mission that ends with the nuke, so you're all doomed anyway.
Nah, it's a couple
Is it
chapters
still
later.
okay?
It's a little bit in still. I do think you played it for a while. I don't think you played. Do you go switch to soap at any point again? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, I think so. We need to go a couple more soap missions.
Yeah, but like before the nuke.
Yeah.
'Cause
Oh,
after
before the nuke, I don't
after
know.
the nuke, it's pretty much
Just soap. Yeah. We'll find out. Again, it's been 9 years. Like I don't think I've actually played the campaign for this since it came out. I played a bunch of the multiplayer, but then Modern Warfare 2 a couple years later.
Where's everyone?
That kind of took over. They're everywhere. Dude, just get out of this room. They will continue to spawn. Go, go, go.
I'm trying to remember
Head
where.
towards the objective.
I thought I did though, and then I think I have to clear them out. Cause yeah, you have to like go through this door or something like that. I might
I
just
think if you head to the right, I think you can get out.
no.
Clear.
Yeah, see. You gotta
Okay.
clear the room.
Be on the second
But you gotta go through the room to get them to stop spawning. Because if you just hang out in that door, they will spawn forever.
Really annoying.
Yep. All right, I was right.
Oh, this is a pain too. I forgot there's like a yeah.
Ooh.
That was yeah. He said that in the most Matthew McConaughey way possible.
Friendly's coming out.
No sign of Al-Asad, sir.
People asking if it's just single player or multiplayer. Multiplayer will be available, but I believe this Wednesday is only single player will be available right after
Griggs.
that. I'll need to double check
So-
that, but I'm
so
fairly
Griggs
confident.
gets away from the nuke, and then he joins Soap.
Oh, that's right.
He's with you guys. At
I
the
actually
end.
don't know that I ever realized that Griggs was with you on this mission.
Griggs is with Jackson, and then he goes with and teams up with Soap because at the end it's like a joint task
Right.
objective.
Once they figure out what's actually going on. Ooh,
and, then
RPG.
everyone dies. Oh man, that's so sad.
Yeah, spoiler.
Spoilers, everyone dies. Should I just like get that one guy?
Seems like a bit of a waste, but
Yeah, it's
hey, why
fun,
not?
though.
Looking at chat.
Hope I don't need this for anything important.
I mean, it was probably there for a reason, but oh well.
Hey, it's just funny. Nope, no one's dead. Hey, dude. Okay.
Spoiler: Griggs dies. Yes.
Spoilers, everyone dies.
Pretty safe bet that if you're in a Call of Duty game, you're gonna die.
It's so sad. Like, you watch him get executed.
Oh God, that's right.
Because at the end of it, you're all in there and you watch, like, Griggs get shot, you watch, like, Gaz
Jesus.
get executed.
Yeah, I forgot about that whole thing. Oh man, it was brutal. Although I guess that's
And you think Soap's the only one alive, and then in 2 you find out that Price is still alive.
Yeah.
In the reverse rock mission.
Are those friendly choppers? I think they are, right?
God, I
yeah,
hope
they're
so.
your guys? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they look fine. They're not shooting.
Well, yeah, I'm not killing you right now, so.
Isn't this what keep shooting these dudes?
Yes? Where's your objective at? Yeah,
My
I
objective
think
is right here, so...
I'm just holding down the roof right now.
Watch your six, Delta
Nope, never
Dog.
mind. I was totally supposed to keep going. Oh well. That's fine. Some people are mad. We're just spoiling everything.
I mean, this game is nearly a decade old.
It's a decade old.
I feel like, and we haven't spoiled any Black Ops stuff. I think we've mainly just spoiled Modern Warfare 1 and 2.
No, just 1 and 2.
Primarily. We vaguely mentioned some other stuff, but...
Whatever, man. This is like a nostalgia fest.
Apologies if we genuinely destroyed the story for you, but man, come on, this game's been out for a while.
I think he's in there. I hear him. Do it.
Oh yeah, but spoiler, he's not.
Clear! Clear!
Good thing we turned the subtitles on.
He's not here. Clear!
All this hot,
John Luke.
important dialogue.
Broadcast is recorded.
Yeah. Score 1 for military intel.
Okay, I thought he was saying yeah to me shooting it.
That was pretty amazing timing.
Briggs, turn that
It's like,
off.
yeah, man.
I got something better anyway.
Command, this is Red Dog. TV station secure. No sign of Al-Asad. The broadcast is a recording. Over.
Yeah. Oorah.
Roger that, Command. Out.
Also, this game's credits ends with a rap.
Rally up. We got a new
Do you
assignment.
remember? There's a rap.
Don't.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I remember that Ice-T is like one of the voices in... Oh no, that was Gears. Like Ice-T
was
and
in
Body
Gears.
Count did
Ice
his custom song for
Cube.
Gears.
Ice Cube, though, was in one of the Call of Duties. He was like he was a multiplayer like announcer. So he'd be like, yeah. He was like deathmatch, and he'd be like, all right. Wasn't it Ice Cube or was it Ice-T or Ice-T or Ice Cube? It's
Yeah,
one of them.
You tell me, man.
Damn.
Roger on location. Repeating. Map grid
Both, honestly.
52761.
I do remember there when Modern Warfare 2 came out, because I remember it sold the
Bravo 6. We have
the night vision
dead of the water.
bonus
Call
you could get
sign.
with the bonus.
Oh, that's
There is
right.
an image online of Ice-T buying his collector's edition, him wearing the night vision goggles on the internet.
We're on our way.
I see somebody saying, "Oh, I didn't know this game was already out." So yeah, we're probably gonna wrap up pretty soon. We generally stream for about an hour. But in case you missed the intro, you missed me mentioning
this is
it.
a good mission.
See, I told you we were gonna say that for like every mission.
This was
because
this
they're
was
pretty
the-
much all
this
good.
was the demo.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah. And again, like I remember being kind of blown away by how much is just happening around you in this mission. Like, you are participating in a much bigger battle.
This is the
It's
part I
not-
was talking about with the night vision goggle, where you can just see all the laser dots.
But yeah, so someone was saying they didn't know the game was out. It's not, actually. It'll be available for people who pre-purchase Infinite Warfare in 2 days. It'll be available on October 5th. The exact unlock time for the download depends on your region, so you're going to have to check and figure out what the time is for your specific area. But yeah, if you pre-purchase the Digital Legacy, Digital Pro, or Digital Deluxe edition of Infinite Warfare,
Right there.
you will be able
Look
to
at that.
unlock...
Look at all those laser
Wow,
sights.
that's a lot of
Yeah.
sights.
Oh, I remember that so well.
Sick COD rave, bro.
That's a weird thing to remember and be fond
That's a
of.
very specific memory.
Fond of laser sights.
But yeah, so we're playing. We have early access. We're a couple days early, but you can play on the 5th if you pre-purchase the next Call of Duty game, which is out November 4th. But this remaster is available October 5th if you purchase the full game.
Yep. We're gonna play for a couple more minutes here.
Yeah, currently on PS4, currently playing on normal. Currently marveling at the laser sights. I mean, in my opinion, looks and sounds pretty good. It's been pretty fun to kind of relive this and have it actually like live up to my memory of the campaign.
Yeah, you have to wait for them to move their laser sights so they don't shoot you. I wonder if they actually can shoot you. I never tried that.
My guess is yes.
Hey, apparently it's finished downloading. All right, sure.
Well, we weren't gonna make it to the end anyway, so it wouldn't have really affected us. But
I didn't know it was. Oh, okay.
that was weird.
Clear!
See what else is going on in chat.
Ooh. Fire.
More enemy troops are converging on the tank. Get there ASAP. Roger that. We're working on it out.
Sniper. Where's the sniper? All right.
Clear!
I feel like if you beat this mission, we still have a couple minutes. You should just crank it up to veteran and see how far you get in the next mission.
No.
Come on.
No.
That'll be a great time for everybody.
I don't even know if we'll beat this mission.
Yeah, I honestly don't remember how much longer it is. We'll see.
I mean, this one just started.
Yeah, but the missions vary pretty drastically in length. Like, some of them are actually pretty short.
I think this was also a map. There was a map like around this kind of area, so it was sort of. I feel like that one's from this. I could be wrong.
No, I mean, most of the multiplayer maps drew art assets from single-player levels and like rearranged them. But yeah, it was mostly set in similar areas. Also, be blasting the multiplayer mode will be available, but currently we're just playing single player. Single player is what's going to be available on the 5th, with multiplayer to follow shortly thereafter. There's going to be 10 maps available at launch, like the launch of Infinite Warfare on November 4th. They will add the final 6 maps, remastered maps from the original Modern Warfare before the end of the year for free, just as part of the bonus. And no word if it will be available as an independent product at any point, but we kind of hope it will. Also, other notable remasters coming out. Skyrim, still happening.
Right.
Pretty psyched for Skyrim. Well, I'm
that
sure we'll
soon?
do one of these for Skyrim.
Is that soon?
I believe it's end of November. So that one's a little bit further off. But that one is a completely standalone thing. It's not tied to any new game that's coming out the way that Modern Warfare is.
Oh,
The Skyrim remaster is purely its own thing. Oh no!
Is that actually where we want to cut it, maybe?
You strayed too far from the
going for about
sun.
an
I
hour.
give it one more try. Give it one more try.
One more try? Go a little bit? Okay.
Yeah. Can't end on a death like that. It's an anticlimactic way to end it.
Oh,
Ooh, you are in the middle of a bunch of nade spam, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not really a cover shooter, but cover is a smart plan right
Oh,
now.
my God. Wow.
You're getting sniped and grenaded. Nice, good. Checkpoint reached. Oh, who's got rockets? I think there's somebody behind you.
Nah, it's these guys. Whoa! Get the
Still
javelin
think
right.
there was someone behind
Maybe.
you.
I mean, maybe. All right, let's get the javelin and.
Womp womp. Yeah. That'll be a good place to end. Blow some stuff up. People are asking if it really looks that much better, and they say it still looks the same. I mean, honestly, we are working on a side-by-side comparison video, I'm fairly certain, so you can have a look at what the game used to look like and what it looks like now. And I guarantee your memory makes it look better than it actually looked. I mean, I think we're all prone to thinking things were actually much nicer looking than they were. So in my mind, this looks a lot better than it used to. That's really cool. In my mind, this looks pretty darn good.
This looks really good.
To me, this looks like a game that could have easily come out within just the past couple of years, as opposed to a game that came out 9 years ago, like it actually did. But of course, it's kind of subjective. It's it's what you're hoping to get out of it. I mean, everything else to me, it's a good excuse to go back and play this. Like, I'm excited to go play through this campaign. It's a really excellent campaign, and I'm excited to see how multiplayer works, how populated the servers are. Go back, play a lot of those classic maps. again, I mean, this was the game that kind of really popularized the idea of progression and XP in multiplayer, and it'll be really cool to go back and see what that looked like in those early stages.
All right.
All right, well, glad you got to blow some stuff up. Yeah, this might be a good place to end because I think there's still quite a bit of mission ahead. But if you guys want to check out Call of Duty Remastered, it's available publicly on October 5th for those who pre-purchase Infinite Warfare, which is out November 4th. You can also gain access to the game if you just buy Infinite Warfare on disc, but for that you'll have to wait a month, and you'll have to keep the Infinite Warfare disc in the machine while you're playing the Modern Warfare Remaster in order for the remaster to run. Keep all that in mind. Little complicated. Like I said, fingers crossed that maybe they'll release it as a standalone product someday.
So.
We have no word, like there's no reason to believe officially that will happen, but it seems like it would make a lot of sense. So hopefully it happens. But yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed watching us, or really Jean-Luc tear through some of those early levels, got a sense of what the game looks like, how it sounds. Yeah, Jean-Luc, any closing thoughts?
I think it looks great. I still don't remember how to play it. It's like riding a bike. You know, I thought I would maybe be...
Except for throwing flashbangs, that part.
I don't remember how to do that, but that's some advanced bike tricks right there.
To be honest, I always just go for damage anyway. I throw, frags and shoot people.
This is really cool. I would absolutely play this again if I knew how to get it easily without...
Buy Infinite Warfare. That's basically what it boils down to.
Like, I guess so.
If you're going to buy Infinite Warfare, that will, regardless of which version you buy, if you're buying that game, it will grant you access to the Modern Warfare Remaster.
Okay. I might end up doing that. I was kind of interested in Infinite Warfare anyway.
Yeah, space dogfights.
All right, yeah.
That could be cool. We'll see. I mean, they know what they're doing. Call of Duty games are consistently, polished, well-crafted games.
Yeah.
You can be sick of the series if you want, but they're consistently, pretty well-made games. So... we'll see. We're obviously going to have a full review of that next month, so if you stay tuned to GameSpot.com, there'll be more coverage of all things Call of Duty. And keep an eye out for a graphics comparison video of the remaster Modern Warfare compared to the original Modern Warfare, along with a ton of other content. So yeah, stay tuned to GameSpot.com for everything Call of Duty and everything video games.
I've hit in the outro. There we go. Yay!